global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. What you're seeing right now is not a carnival, it's not a national carnival, it's not a football match, neither is it a yam festival, cultural festival of some sort. These are Riverians coming together in one voice to welcome back their illustrious son who have been unconstitutionally suspended by the sitting president. Now he has been reinstated, and all Riverians from all walks of life in Rivers State came in solidarity to welcome him. And I can tell you for free that this is organic and it is not bought. Now, one of the core supporters, strongest ally of Fubara, I'm talking about the former local government chairman of Obiobo, that's none other than Ambassador Chok, who have taken a lot simply because he decided to support Fubara as against his former boss, Wike, have come again in solidarity with his people all the way from Obiobo local government. He championed these people to come welcome their illustrious son. He took time to explain a lot. You're going to hear him speak concerning powers and tussles. And you know what shocks me in all of this is the fact that we are yet to see some of those other former local government chairmen of Fubara during his reign and time, but Obiobo chairman, Obiobo former chairman, and the chairman himself, former chairman of Wike, talking about Ambassador Chok, is there live. Let's listen to him as he speaks on the whole drama that is playing out for Fubara, Wike, and even Ibas himself. Then we'll come back with my colleague to discuss more on this.
Wait, and finally, it is over. Give me your immediate reaction to the suspension of Magistrate in Rivers State. No man can live forever. What has happened has happened. But we take it in good faith. What we want is our governor, and like I tell people, power belongs to God. Nobody will live forever. That's why I say that it's just a short comment. Our governor, the man that has conscience, I know he knows what to do to support those who supported him in China. So for us, our people to remain calm and just continue to support the government. In the past 6 months, a lot happened, including the stalling of some projects, the ring road and every other thing. Do you think that the government can recover lost grounds? Well, you can see that what happened was those who want to attack the system, like the last people, went and brought this danger for 6 months. It's not going to affect me alone, it's affecting including those who brought the man. It's affecting everybody, including those who are doing business. So I know that the governor will continue with those projects because we elected him and the people are part of it. Thank you very much.
All right, welcome back. What is amazing in all of this is the fact that so we have this number of crowd, this mammoth crowd living in Rivers State, and yes, some few weeks ago there was a local government area election that took place under the watch of Ibas, and not even 1/100th of this crowd came out. My colleague is in the house. What's your take and your make on all of this? The kind of people, and this is not the whole of Rivers State, but they all came out. None of these people came out during the election. What do you think? Do you think this can be likened to who the people stand with, regardless of whatever structures that are actually on ground? Do you think that this speaks volume, the fact that Fubara may actually have the people, and while Wike has the structure? And what is truly a structure in this case?
Well, I think what we have seen here is a pointer to the fact that the people know the truth, and they're excited that their man is back. The executive governor of Rivers State is back. Though they have limited power under the law to have restored him as at that time, because that will be considered anarchy. But they were expecting this, that on the 6th month, as at now, that he will come back and they will prove themselves. And that's exactly what we are seeing here. Now, on the issue of the local government election which took place in August State, it was obvious that everything was done on the basis of selection. So the people did not see any intention or did not see any need to come out and, participate in it, because unfortunately, elections have turned out not to be what the people want. If you see some of the activities of the local government chairman, that's currently some of them right now, you will notice that they are struggling to gain acceptance. You see them entering into the markets, trying to, have that grassroots relationship with the people. But, the people already have an idea that, come on, we didn't choose you guys. You guys are aliens. You guys, we don't know you guys. You may be from our this. You were all selected. And they know that we are not going to test anything from you. It's stories for the gods. We all know that the greater part of this money is going back. We saw what happened in Imo State fairly recently when Mazi organization came out. That's Dr. Chidi Amadi opening up on what has been going on in Imo State, where a bunch of money is given to the local government area, but one man is sitting on it and eating all the money. It's very bad. When Fubara was on seat, the people at the grassroots, they felt it. Almost, it was back to back when it comes to the issue of empowerment, back to back. And those empowerment were not done with just normal thing. You see things worth close to 500,000 naira given to more than 100 people. So you can imagine how much is going out. This is the kind of leaders we want, whereby what is meant for the people is given to them. But a situation whereby we have a local government that is going to come up and we're not going to feel anything. One man will be sitting down somewhere and enjoying all that money. Nobody is ready for that. That's why we didn't see that level of participation. But here, you can see the people are happy because he's back, but the only fear is that he's coming back as a man whose hand is tied on his back. He won't be able to do much for them.
But now that you mentioned this, if the people, do you think Fubara knows that he has such massive love? And if he knew, why would he go behind and beg for some sort of reconciliation? And the reconciliation, and they already love him this much. It's just to have kept quiet. Don't need to go back and say Rivers, it doesn't want anything. Allow the people to decide who they stand with and stand for. And he will watch, even 6 months, he wouldn't have said anything. And in 6 months' time, he would have been back with his powers intact. But what do you make of this?
Well, I think that if you look at governance in Nigeria and also look at leadership in Nigeria, you will notice something. The truth remains that the people are the commoners, the lords are the politicians, and the people have very little, even when it's time to go to the polls. We have to be clear about this. The people have very little power based on how they have structured out things. The people have their own power, but unfortunately, they are not ready to take their powers in their hands. So they use their political means and political will to, squeeze them and put them in a corner. And the people have accepted to stay in that corner. For that reason, even if the people, the whole of Nigeria is in support of you, and then the one who is at the apex when it comes to executive power decides to take another stand against the people, unfortunately, if him, the legislature and the judiciary take a stand against you, there's nothing you can, that's the people cannot salvage you. So I see what I saw there was Bola Tinubu coming in was to save the day. Somehow, that I'm trying to be very plain here, because the truth remains that if Bola Tinubu did not come in and he did not align, he was not ready to beg and all of that, what would have happened would have been impeachment. 6 months would elapse. Since you are not ready to come, let's talk things out. The next thing will be, as they resume, these guys will continue. The president will be quiet. Everybody, Nigerians will be ranting on the pages of social media and all of that. The legislature will now, maybe Wike will tell them what to do. You have to impeach him. And as he comes on board, impeachment moves will kickstart.
Do you think it would have been easy to impeach him, judging for that he's AG? Is his personal person? And with what you're saying, you are now in all summary now, in all sincerity, you're saying that the structure is that which the elite, the political elite,
have been able to capture
state power.
While
the people Fubara has. It's just now when they say Fubara has the people, while Wike have the structure.
Yes. Now, those who are who have the state power are the ones who can make better decisions than the people. The people who just are outside the inner court. The people who will make the real decision are those who have political power. And that's why we'll see somebody will just wake up and take a stand and nobody can shift it. This one will say this, nobody can shift it, will only be ranting and all of that. Why? Because, and unfortunately, the independency of the three arms of government is played down upon. It has been compromised, you understand? So, but all of them are working in sync. There are no more watchdog over each other, except for places where, they are not in the same position and all of. But a situation whereby the legislature is working in sync with us, for example, NAS, working in sync with the president, and also the judiciary aligns. Who are you? That's the three major powers that rule Nigeria. So even when you try to say, I want to take my stand on this, I want to take my stand on, you can't do anything, because if you take it to court, because that's the next thing they always tell you. For example, look at the case of this election. Go to court. And you will, on that particular day, we saw all of them seated on their different seats because they knew what would be the outcome of it. No matter the evidences that you are going to present, as far as the judiciary is in sync. That was what I saw today. Someone in Nigerian who is staying far away from, I think London or so, he said he was picked up by a cab driver who is a Pakistani. And the guy told him that, you are from Nigeria. I know that there's so much corruption going on there. And the next question was though there is corruption, but during the period of election, your people should be voting them out. He said, we can't even vote them. He said, what? That even though Pakistan is very corrupt, the leaders are very corrupt, one group of people that have refused to be partner in crime with the executive is actually the judiciary and the people. So that's why when they have an opportunity to come in and do whatever they have to do, when it is time for us to vote, we vote them out. And another set of people will come in. But that power is not with Nigerians. Why? Because the judiciary seems to align with these executives. So that is why even when the people are standing with you, they won't come through for you during elections. Why? Because the elections will be manipulated. INEC will work alongside with them and it will be manipulated. The judiciary also will be manipulated. That's why Nigerians are craving for electoral reform, number one. Apart from electoral reform, we are also craving for not amendment of the constitution. The constitution should be abolished and a new one should be rolled out, because no matter how you're going to amend the constitution, the big boys, they will put clause to favor them. Because imagine if, for example, there is an amendment that judiciary should be independent, central banks will be the one to be paying them directly without the instruction of the president. And we see a case whereby also INEC will be totally independent. Possibly people who are going to sit on those seats will be elected into those positions. If that happens, we are sure that Nigeria is protected, because you will know that even if I go against those who claim to be political leaders, they cannot do anything against me. The people really have the vote. So that's the situation.
All right, that's going to wrap it up. Let's